Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Hafis. In this occasion, I would like to tell you about the business plan for your business. So, let me tell you about the outline of these videos. First is explain the purpose of your business plan. Second is describe who reads a business plan and what they are looking for. The third is discuss the guidelines to write the effective business plan. And the fourth, identify and describe a suggested outline of a business plan, and the last is explain how to effectively present a business plan to potential investors. Before we jump into the purpose of the business plan, let me tell you about the what is the business plan it is. So what what is the business plan? In simplest form, business plan is a guide for your business that outlines goals and details how you plan to achieve those goals. So if you are a person to want to start the business, you have to have a money to start a business. If you are a rich person, so you can easy to start the business. So if you're not the rich person, you have to find the investor or a people or the group that want share their money to yours. But in other example, you have to give them a business plan and explain about your business to them. So if they're excited with your business or a business plan, they will give you a money to start your business. And the second is the business plan. You have to use the business plan to explain how you work your business to your team. And next, a business plan. A business plan is a written narrative, typically 25 to 35 pages long, that describes what a new business plan to accomplish. The second is dual use document. For most new ventures, the business plan is a dual purpose document used both inside and outside the firm or your business. Next, who reads the business plan and what they are looking for. There are two main primary audience for your business plan. First, inside your business, the audience is a firm's employees. What they are looking for, a clearly written business plan helps the employees of a firm operate in sync and move forward in a consistent and purposefully manner. And the second is the outside your business. The audience is investor and other external stockholders. What they are looking for is a firm's business plan must make the case that the firm is a good use of an investor funds or the attention of others. Next, the guideline for writing a business plan. The first guideline is the structure of the business plan, and there are so many things to do with the structure of the business plan. First, to make the best impression, a business plan should follow the conventional structure, such as the outline for the business plan shown in the chapter. Second is, although some entrepreneurs want to demonstrate creativity, departing from the basic structure of the conventional business plan is usually a mistake. And the third is typically investors are busy people, and and they want a plan where they can easily find critical information from your business plan. Next is software package. There are many software packages available that employ an interactive, menu-driven approach to assist in the writing of a business plan. So there are many software or the online course to writing a business plan. Some of these programs are very helpful. However, entrepreneurs should avoid a boilerplate plan that looks as though it came from a canned source. Next, sense of excitement. Along with facts and figures, a business plan needs a project sense to anticipation and excitement about the possibilities that surround a new venture. The next is content of the business plan. The business plan should give clear and concise information on all the important aspects of the proposed venture or the proposed your business. It must be long enough to provide sufficient information yet short enough to maintain reader interest. The last is foremost plans or business plans. 25 to 35 page is sufficient. Next, types of business plans. There are three types of business plans which are shown on the next slide. First type is summary business plan. 10 to 15 page work base for the new ventures in the early stage of development that wants to test the waters to see if the investors are interested in their idea. The second is full business plan, 25 to the 35 page work base for the new ventures who are at the point where they need funding or the financing, serve as a blueprint for the company's operations. The third is the operational business plan, 40 to 100 page, is meant primarily for the internal audience, work best as a tool for creating a blueprint for the new ventures operation and providing guidance to operational managers. Next is recognizing the elements of the plan may change. It's important to recognize that the plan will usually change while written. New insights invariably emerge when an entrepreneur of a team of entrepreneurs immerse themselves in writing the plan and start getting feedback from others. So the important outline of a business plan is a suggested outline of a business plan is shown on the next several slides. Most business plans do not include all the elements introduced in the sample plan. We include them here for the purpose of the completeness. Each entrepreneur must decide which element to include in his or her plan. So there are examples of the business plan. So there are so many examples of the business plans. The first example is executive summary. Executive summary. The executive summary is a short overview of an entire business plan. It provides a busy reader with everything that needs to be known about the new venture, the distinctive venture. An executive summary shouldn't exceed two single-space pages. Even though the executive summary appears at the beginning of the business plan, it should be written last. The plan itself will evolve as it's written, so not everything is known at the outset. Key insight for the summary executive summary is in many instances an investor will ask for a copy of a firm executive summary and will ask for a copy of the entire plan only if the executive summary isn't sufficiently convincing. So the executive summary then is arguably the most important section of a business plan. Next, for the second example is industry analysis. This section should begin by describing the industry that business will enter in terms of its size, growth rate, and the sales projection. Items to include in this section is something like this: industry size, growth rate, and sales projection. Second is industry structure. Third is nature of participants. Fourth is key success factors. Fifth in industry trends, and the last is long-term prospect. The insight for this industry analysis is before a business selects a target market, should have a good grasp of its industry, including where its promising areas are and where is the point of vulnerability are. And the last is the industry analysis that a company participate in the large defines the playing field that a firm will participate in. And the last example is company description. Company description begins with a general description of the company. Items to include in this section something like this. First, company description. Second is company history. Third is mission statement. And the fourth, products and services. And the fifth, current status. And the sixth, legal status and ownership. And the last is key of the partnership. The insight for the company description is, while at first glance this section may seem less important than the others, is it extremely important. And the last is, it demonstrates to your reader that you know how to translate an idea into a business. So that's it for me to explain the business plan in the general. So for the next explanation will present by my friends, and thank you for your watching. Bye.